How are you? That's good to hear. It's good to see you again. Yeah, I'm glad that you're hanging in there. I'm sorry it's taken so long for our next appointment to happen. I know that I intended for it to be, no more than a week after our first one, but a ton of stuff came up. You know, uh, you know, I got sick, so I didn't want to be getting you sick or anything. And then after that, I was on a short trip where there was a run-in with the bull, like cow. That's not a joke. Yeah. So you can see why I've been busy. I wasn't hurt. It just was scary. Um, so you can see why I've been away for a little bit, and I really do apologize, and I hope everything from here on out is smooth sailing. That's definitely my plan. I plan to never be around another bovine of any kind again, to be honest, so I'm sure it'll all be good. Okay, so as you know, today we're just going to be starting with some face measurements for you. So if you recall, we talked last time about all of the many things we'll be covering. So the face measurements are extremely important. They're one of the most important bits because, we will be talking about clothing and things, but one, your face and things do affect your overall clothes, but other than that, your body measurements only really affect your clothes fit. But your face is going to help us determine, how your eyebrows should, remember, this is all optional, but, in a sort of technical sense, how they should be, how your eyebrows should be, how ideally you do your makeup, such as your contouring, your blush placement, and all of that, how you do your eye makeup, like eyeliner works, different eyeliners work for different eye shapes, different eyeshadow methods work for different eye shapes. It's going to determine glasses shapes for glasses, prescription glasses and sunglasses, or I don't know, if you want to be a person who just wears frameless or lensless glasses frames, you can do that too. Regardless, the frames are, that will have to do with the shape of your face. Also, your hairstyle, haircut, everything like that. Basically, your face shape is, or your face shape and your face measurements will be probably the most influential on your overall styling. So we definitely want to take it pretty seriously, and we want to make sure that they're really thorough. So this could seem a little bit invasive. If it does, I'm really sorry. But let's just get going. I'm gonna be pretty close, as long as I assume that's okay. Like I said, I was sick. That was like 3 weeks ago. I'm fine now. 2 weeks ago. Regardless, I'm completely fine now for sure. Otherwise, yeah, I'm just gonna be taking like a bajillion face measurements from you. Okay? Yeah. Just find a clean piece of paper. I have your file somewhere that's not right here. So this is just a general notebook I'm going to use until I remember to go write it down in my other one. Okay, I do wish I had my clipboard. I just can't find it right now for some reason. But anyway, I do have just this. Oops. Just a notebook, plain blank sheet paper. Got my handy dandy mechanical pencil. 0.7 millimeter lead mechanical pencil. And of course, as I told you last time, my handy dandy measuring tape. This is the most important tool we have when we're working together, okay? We also have, the color wheel. I guess I could use normal rulers sometimes and things. I don't think we'll need that today. We have our color wheel, we have other measuring things, we have quizzes and surveys and sketches, pictures. none of it's as important as our measuring tape. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. I'm just gonna go sort of, I guess it might not always make the most amount of sense the direction I'm going in. Actually, I was going to say sort of top down, but no, because I'm sort of going to do like the length of your face, the width, you know, a couple of different like major points. Yeah, so let's get started. And I'll just let you know where I'm going. Not going to move too fast, won't startle you or anything. Okay, so the first one we have here is going to be head length. And so, that's just that, face length, head length, you know. I'm going to be measuring in centimeters, just because it's a bit more precise, a little bit easier to read. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm not really great at remembering strings of numbers, so I'm going to have to pause between each of these. Just to write it down. As always, sorry for any traffic, it just happens. So this is going to be head width 1, so we're going to just do across your forehead, and we're going to do across here, and then here, and here. So 4 points, basically your forehead, sort of in the middle, sort of at eye length, sort of like where your jaw starts to taper, and then like your chin. Okay, so that's head width 1 starting up here. Perfect. And head width 2. Is going to be eyes. Okay. Yeah, it would be easier if I could get all of your measurements done at once, but like we can see how we're doing. Like I said, I'm going to have to do full body as well as things like hands and feet. So it gets really exhausting for the both of us after a while, and I don't want to just, you know, torture you via measurement. Okay, so this is head width 3. It's going to be about there. Yeah. Right about there. Okay. Okay. That seems about right. And head width 4. I'm so sorry. I was trying to fix something. Okay. Okay, sorry. I had to just have my like materials here and things like that, and just getting a bit turned around, such as having my measuring tape backwards. Okay, so this is just going to be your chin. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Cool. Okay. So we have your head length and your forehead width. I'm also going to do your head circumference just around the top for any hats and things like that. Okay. So I'm just going to put this around your head. Yeah, exactly. Sorry. Okay. Yep. Just get that from around your head. So what have you been up to? I'm gonna do from your forehead to your brow. gonna just do sort of brow, like from that spot to the bottom of your nose. Yeah, things have definitely been hectic for most people I know, really. You know, everyone's trying to make adjustments and changing, and it's spring, doing big stuff, cleaning your house, moving, whatever. You know, it seems like everyone I know is making some kind of change in their life, and it's good. It's a pain, but it's good. So that's going to be bottom of your nose to the chin. Yeah. These measurements, basically, they're just what I figured out over the many years I've been doing this. What I figured out will work, basically, and are most useful. There is a chance that we will need something else that I forget later, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay. So we're gonna start doing some little more in-depth things. So I do want to start with your brows. I'm gonna do your overall brow length like that, okay? For each brow, left and right. And I'm gonna do sort of the tail to the visible arch, and then the arch to the front, the head, I don't know, on both sides. I'm also going to be doing the visible, when you're facing me head on, the visible space between the side of your head, the brows, visible space between the brows, and again, on both sides. And then I'm just gonna, let's just do that. Let's start with that. So this is gonna be, so for your right is gonna be right brow, length, tail to arch, arch to head, and side. And then between brows. And then for your left brow, the same thing. Length, tail, arch, arch to head, and the side of your head, basically. Yeah, I don't need a ton of details on your brows right now. I could get like the angle of your arch, but since we're going to be changing things up and stuff, I just want an idea of what is natural for you, or how you normally wear it, whichever. Is this how you normally, like, do you do your brows, or is this just how they naturally are, just out of curiosity? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, everyone handles their brows differently, you know. Okay, so this is going to be your right brow length. Okay. And this is going to be tail to the arch. Yeah, so don't have to go into detail about this, but I was serious about there being a bowl here. Okay, basically I just ended up taking a trip somewhere and didn't accidentally end up where there were cows. It was part of an area I was walking through, but I don't think I was supposed to run into these cows. I think I was there a bit later than I was supposed to be. I'm gonna do here. Yeah, no, it's they're large creatures. If you haven't been next to a cow, which I realized until then I had not been, I've seen like I'm not even sure, like, you know, you don't really see cows in the zoo, so even that, I'm just gonna do between here, okay? So even that, you know, it's like you have an idea of elephants and stuff, not that they wouldn't be jarring to stand beside, but you know how full length here, you know where you stand with an elephant. You've probably seen them in zoos and stuff like that, or rhinos. But you know, you just sort of think cows are there. They're not very interesting, but you know conceptually that they're, oh, I'm sorry, here. You know conceptually that they're pretty big, but it really sinks in when you're standing beside one how big they are. I'm sorry, this is extremely inane. Of course cows are big. I'm gonna do here. I'm just babbling due to my now cow related trauma. Yeah, and I'm just gonna do right here, okay? Just, yeah, look straight here. Yeah. I've seen like a number of critters in my day, so I guess it's just weirder when it's something that you don't expect to be scary in particular, you know? But, you know. What? I don't know. What critters have I seen? I don't know. We also saw a snake that looked like a giant worm. I actually looked at it and was like, is that a, you know, I legitimately saw it and was like, wow, that's an enormous fucking worm. But it was actually a snake, which is less disturbing than a giant worm. Okay, so now I'm going to be doing the edge of your nose to here, the edge of your brow. Okay? Let me start with this side since I already did. That's going to be the same on this side. I would say that there's a method to my madness here. There's really not. It's just how I do things. It can be kind of chaotic, but I'll sort everything out. Again, like before, I said I could send you notes that we were taking in our meeting. I can send you your face measurements too, in case, who knows, you might find that you need them and don't want to get face measurements again. So, I'll type them up for you. Okay, so now it's going to be just the edge of your nose to your visible arch on each side, okay? Arch, left, one, and the other side. And then finally, I'm going to do your nose to where we see currently that your eyebrow is, you know, so it ends. Okay. Oops. Let me start on that side. Since I already started starting on this side. Just a tail. But yeah. Yeah, so this, let me just explain a little bit with that. This is just to give me an idea of how your eyebrows are at the moment. Just to give me a tip or a hint of how things are. When we do look at your brows, we can both look at shapes that you might want and the desired look you're going for, but combine it sort of with the, like, you know, sort of standard correct way of doing your brows, which is basically you take a straight edge, a ruler, a pencil, you know, just a stick of some kind, basically tweezers if that's what you're using for your brows, and you line up the edge of your nose with the edge of your eye, and that's where your brow should start more or less. So you want to just, you know, pluck whatever is between those spots, generally speaking. You don't have to. If you want to rock a unibrow, that's up to you. Truly, no judgment here. And then to get your arch where it should be, which also still isn't a lot of information. It still doesn't tell us how high you want your arch to be, how defined you want your brow to look. The front doesn't tell us whether or not it should be sort of rounded or squared. There's a lot of room for personal choice, even if you went with the like most clearly prescribed method. So anyway, you go from the edge of your nose right through your pupil. And you're looking straight ahead. That's gonna be around where your arch should start, which I don't think mine does, but that's fine. So that's what we'll do. And then the last one is the edge of your nose to your tail, to the edge of your eye, the outside edge, and that's where your tail roughly should end. So you would want to pluck everything after that, is the idea. So right now I'm just getting a sense of where we're at. Okay, yeah. Okay. Now let's browse. That's what we've done. We've done some face stuff, some brows. So we still have a lot to do, as you can imagine. So I'm going to do from here to leave your eyes open, the top visible part of your eye. Yeah. And I'm also going to be getting, yeah, so that, and also, you know, where your crease is. Sorry. So just keep your eyes open. I won't poke you or anything like that. Okay. That's the crease. Okay. Sorry, I just, taking like 3 measurements at once. It's just, I'm not good at remembering numbers. Yeah. So it's for your right eye. So it's brow to eye and crease. Upper and lower. Same for the left. Just wide open. There's our eye and crease. It's gonna be about there. Okay. Can I do it again? I forgot the third one. I'm sorry. Sorry, my pencil's not pointing at your eye. Okay. Okay. Okay, just making a new column. Okay, so now I'm going to do the length of your eye, okay? The other one is... Okay, that's right eye length, or height, and left. Really do try to remember the numbers. I'm trying to do a few at once, because it's pretty, it reduces the tedium if I don't have to go back and forth as much. Sorry, I'm tired and I yawn a lot naturally. It's just sort of a thing. Okay, can you close your eyes? I'm going to do from your eyebrow to basically where your eyelashes start with your eyes closed. So just close your eyes, yeah. I'm going to do the right here. That's okay, and your left. Sorry, I'm yawning. Trying not to because my face will just turn bright red. Okay. Now let's do a cross on your eye. Just, sort of complete center there, okay? That's the left. I'm sorry. Okay. And then I'm gonna do just like your brows, edge of your face to your eye, and then between your eyes. So I'm just gonna move that way. I don't know why I started on this side. But I did. That's all that matters, I guess. I'm so sorry. And then between your eyes. And then the other side. Okay. So now I'm gonna do sort of like the bottom of your eye to the bottom of your nose, okay? It seems like, you know what? I'm gonna starting on the left as of now. Okay. I'm just, for some reason, it's throwing me off to start from the right. Okay. It's not like I'm not writing down which one I'm measuring at the moment, so yeah. Perfect. Okay. And I'm going to be doing next the sort of like width of your nose here, and I'm also going to get the width of your nose sort of like when it starts to be like the bridge is sort of visible, like visibly, you know, defined, I guess. So it's the bottom of your nose and then about there, okay? Okay, bottom of the nose is gonna be and then bridge. And I'm gonna measure sort of like from where it's your nose sort of starts to right before your nostrils start. Yeah. The nose is a really interesting part of your face. Lots of people feel really strongly about their noses. And it's also like a weird one, like a weird part because people feel strongly positively and negatively. And so I want to be clear that I'm not reinforcing anything negative about your nose, even though a lot of the sort of like standards and recommendations will have things like, you know, that sort of discourage certain nose types and things like that, which I just don't really like. This happens with other body parts, but the nose is one that happens a lot. But, you know, you have a lot of makeup tips that are geared towards thinning out the nose and stuff like that, which I basically want to let you know how to do if that's what you want to do, but I also don't want you to feel like you have to do that. I never do any nose contouring or anything like that. Like, my nose down here is fairly wide. I don't want to change how my nose looks or anything. But, you know, it's... Okay, so I'm going to do the sides of your nose to the side of your nose, the side of your face, okay? Yeah. You know, I mean, I guess that's, you know... The nose is one of the first things that a lot of like celebrities go for when they're getting like work done, aside from like Botox or whatever. You always hear people talking about like X or Y celebrities nose job first, you know, sort of a go-to for making fun of people, which is also really crap. Because if you want to change your face, then you should be able to, and if you don't, then you shouldn't have to feel pressured to. But, you know, people, noses are a bigger deal, and I feel like people give credit for. I'm gonna do the nose to the top of your lip, okay? Sorry if I'm bothering a lot. I'm, sort of musing while I do this. So if you can just close your mouth like that. I'm gonna do the full length of your lips. I'm gonna get the length of top and bottom, not length, the height of the top and bottom lip each piece. Okay. So here's your full lip length, height. I don't know why I keep doing that. I guess length is probably that, right? But this also could be width. It doesn't matter. Even if I was confused by my own notes, it's not like, like if I couldn't tell which measurement was which. It would be pretty weird if like what I thought was this part of your lip was twice as big as that. So it'll all be clear when the time comes that I need it to be top lip, bottom lip, okay? Okay, so neutral face again. Sorry. I'm gonna do across your lips. Yeah, so just like that. And I'm just gonna do here. Okay. Okay, perfect. There we go. Across is not a very loaded term. That's pretty clear. Okay, just part your lips slightly like this. And I'm gonna do across the top and the bottom, okay? Just sort of at the defined point of those, okay? So here's your top lip. It's gonna be two. And then your bottom lip is gonna be, okay. Across top, across bottom. I could have a form that I fill out, but I don't. It's a more personal experience this way. I'm like really checking your face to see what I feel like we're gonna need. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do size the face from your lips on each side again, like with the nose and eye. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, lips are also touchy. That's another thing where people feel very strongly about how their lips look. There's a lot, right now definitely there's a lot of money in like lip injections and like lip swelling and hardening things, which again is fine to do if that's what you do, but it's also not a look that is ideal for everyone. It's not a look that everyone has to feel like they should do. But, I definitely want to help you find the lip look that is the most comfortable for you. And that includes in terms of lipstick and things. But if you did want to change your face at all, then you could use this stuff too. Bottom of your lip to your chin, okay? Okay. So let me see. What else do we need? Can you smile? Just close mouth smile. I'm gonna measure how wide across that goes, and the height because it does change, so it compresses a bit. Okay, across first. Okay. Okay. It's across her smile, and perfect. This is just. Smile height. face, height, 1, 2, 3, 4. Face widths. We have from here to here, here to here, here to here. Now let's see. Head height, head width, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Head circumference, of course. Face to forehead to brow, brow to nose, nose. Nose to chin. Right brow length, tail length, or right brow length, tail to arch, arch to head, side. Brow height. I want to get your brow height at 3 points. At the sort of front, sort of around the arch, and sort of around the tail. Okay. So this is going to be 0.1. But I'm going to do on the side first. Arch height, sort of right about there. Yeah. And then right around there. Perfect. A lot of people start getting really antsy by now, so thank you for being very patient with me. Okay. So it's going to be your left, right brow height. Oops, brow. Did I redo it? Sorry. Let me get it again. Perfect. And then right about there. Yep. And then around the tail. Yeah, I mean, your brow thickness matters. Again, also, with your brows, you have a lot more options, such as, not touching them basically at all. We can pluck them, we can wax them, we can do, you may, if you chose to shade them in, to learn just how to generally fill them in with makeup, just your standard sort of like, either, like sort of, gel and powder, or like brow pomade or things like that. But there's also like microblading, micro shading, temporary brow stains, things like that. So brow stains will last, a couple of weeks. Your micro blading and things will last a bit longer, but as the name suggests, they or like the stain will last, like a week or so, not like weeks. It doesn't last really long. It's sort of meant to give you some ability to change. But microblading and things like that, as the name suggests, you have to do with blades, and they're, often that are just tattoo sort of needles, like light needle shaping and things like that. So not everyone wants to commit to that. I don't think it hurts very much. It's mildly annoying, kind of, at worst. But if you're really uncomfortable with sharp things, then it might not be for you. But if you're fine with sharp things and you're, feeling like you're pretty set in how you want your brows to be, it's a great option. You can just not even think about your brows. It's great. It's a great option for everyone because there's no one in the world whose brows just don't matter at all. I'm just saying, it doesn't mean that you have to have nice brows. I'm just saying there's no one who would not benefit from deciding what brow type really speaks to them. Whether that be because it's the perfect type, or because they want to make a statement about themselves, having really high arched brows or, extremely thin brows. It might just say something about a specific style you're going for, whether or not it's the most like technically flattering. Yeah. So, let's going down the list. We have your high tail, brow to nose edge, left brows to nose edge. Sorry. Nose to arch on the right, nose to tail on the right and left. Sorry for both right and left. We have the right and left brow to eye crease, upper crease and lower crease, and we have the eye height and closed eye to lash line. We have the right eye across, left across. So bottom between the eyes, right and left eye edges, left eye to nose, right eye to nose, bottom of your nose, the bridge of your nose, the bridge length, the face to nostril on each side, the nose to lip, lip height, top lip, bottom lip, across the lips, across the top, across the bottom, the sides, face, lip to face side, lip to chin, across smile, smile height, and your brow heights that we took. So that looks about good for now. If you want to just give me another minute or two, I can actually do a few things on your hair. I just can get an idea of how long it is right now, both just untouched, and then if you just let me tug it a little bit just to see how long your hair actually is when it's pulled straight. And do you have, is it one length all around or layers? Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna get like a front piece here just to get an idea, and then I'll check the bit in the back, just sort of the longest place I can find in the back. Yeah, so that's hair front, loose. So that's just sort of like if you took my hair sort of in the front loose, could measure like that, and then pulling it straight like that. So I'm just gonna pull it, not hard. I've got really sensitive, like a really, like, my mom would say like that I'm tender-headed, which I think is unfair to say when you're actually just yanking a kid's hair to brush their hair, but apparently if you cry because your mom is pulling your hair too hard, then you're being tender-headed. But basically I understand not wanting your hair pulled. So that's your hair front, and that's pulled. Most people's hair is at least a little bit longer, and if your hair's, curly or really curly, it can change everything about it. So I'm just gonna go around the back, find the longest piece in the back that I can, okay? Okay. So I'm just gonna pull, or I'm not gonna touch it, I'm gonna just see what it is the longest loose. Okay, I should have taken this with me. Back. Loose is gonna be 8. And I'm gonna just tug a little piece, okay? Perfect. You've got lovely hair. Back pulled. 2. And let me just see. Do you mind if I just see where the shortest layer seems to be right now? Have you cut in a while? No? Okay. Yeah, let me just measure that actually really quickly too. Okay. Okay. So shortest layer loose. It's gonna be okay. And then your shortest this layer is just tugged lightly. It's gonna be layer pulled. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's pretty important just because, you know, if you wanted your hair all to be a certain length, then it can't be longer than, if you want it to all be one length, it can't be longer than your shortest layer, of course. And things like that. Obviously, it can go as short as you'd like, up to and including fully bald. I support you. Yeah, I mean, a lot more people look good with like really short hair than they realize. It's like about the confidence, largely, I think. Okay, so let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. Okay, so you humored me through 70 measurements. I think we've got some material to work with here. I'm just going to make note of that so I remember. And if I have fewer than 70, then I know I accidentally skipped one. Okay, so in that case, I'm going to take this, I'm going to type it up, keep it in your file. Would you like a copy? Okay, yeah, for sure. I will get you a copy of them. And that's basically it for today. As you can see, this is why I want to do the measurements a bit spread out. You might be able to do hands and feet at the same time and do your body separately because, like, this could be hours. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Yeah. Okay. So in that case, shoot me a text or an email about when you want to meet next, and this time presumably things will be a little bit less hectic and I can get, you know, we can get together a bit sooner and get things moving a little bit faster. Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. Sounds good to me. We will get together again soon. Stay safe and healthy, sane as you can, and I'll see you soon. Alright.